So this is the new hotness. What is that, you say? Well, that's the Nightstalker CG. CG for combat grade. Why is it combat grade? I love my Nightstalker. It's awesome. I slice all kinds of stuff up. What if you wanted to slice all kinds of stuff up and drive this through a car door? So, Nightstalker CG. I did this one in the camo texture because it's fun. You can see how I did this camo texture on the blade and on the handles on the Patreon, right? Because that's where you get your inside track stuff. This has got our new lashing screws where you can run a lanyard through the thing, or you can put it on a spear without the handle if you want. It's also 156 thick steel, which means it's a stronger blade for those more combat style situations where you might need to pry stuff. It's got the temple spike that's narrowed down. We put a whole lot of rounding inside this thing, so it's uber comfortable. I mean, you barely feel that thing moving around. This is the EDC RV blade, which means it is tougher and more durable. So where if you're trying to pry with, say, a 1095 blade, that may be a little bit more snappy and it's more slicey because it takes a finer edge. This takes a razor's edge. You may have seen our video where I'm just slicing my freaking arm hair. Look at that nakedness. This is the only kind of nakedness we approve of, naked arms. And then I nicked myself a little bit there. Oops. But the EDC RV gives you a tougher blade. So I think there's a category for the Nightstalker and the Nightstalker CQC. And I think there's a category for the CG, the combat grade version, because it's a heavier blade, more heft in the hand, more for hard through some, we won't want to say through some Kevlar because that would be bad to say. But we don't want to say that. It's got a high grind, same grind angle here, a 20-degree, super freaking incredible blade. These are coming soon. Blades are done. Handles are done. I'm working to get through the sheaths. You need to pay attention for when these drop because there's going to be 50.
Patreon gets first.
Patreon will get your first dibs. So when you join that Patreon tier, you'll see the different tiers. It says first dibs on new blade releases. It'll go there day 1. Day 2 will go to our other Patreon tiers. And day 3 will go to Joe Schmuckatelli, all you folks, YouTube followers, newsletter folks, blase blah. Lifetime warranty, the new Nickle Boron T1C coating, 80 Rockwell compared to the other that was 72, 400 more times corrosion resistant, 97-hour salt spray, the other was 24. I could go on and on and on about the new T1C. This is a heavier duty bad boy, F it up freaking blade. I love this. This is the camo pattern that took me an inordinate amount of time. I hope you can see that on the video. The camo handles took a long time. It is not going to come standard with that. I just thought this blade was so freaking awesome that I wanted to put that on there. Also, you see the Jimpping that's here on the back ramp? That's going to give you, you asked for it, so we listened and did it. That's a 156 thick steel on that, so this thing's a freaking beast, which means you can pry doors, you can pry crates, you can stab it through stuff you probably should never try to stab it through. Where the other Nightstalker is slicey, this guy is thick but fast. So we got some Jimpping in there, we got some rounding in here to make this all super dupery comfortable. I hope you can see where this is sharpened down. Maybe we'll just turn it slow and the camera will pick up on it. The ring rounding in here is so comfortable. It feels like a wedding ring. If you're not married, you can get married to this. You have a whole family of little baby T.Kells. The lashing screws, the T1C, the super thick swedge. I don't know if we can do this in a CQC because that's a heavy freaking angle. But the precision that we put into this blade is incredible. When you feel it, it's just like a piece of jewelry that you can stick pieces of steaks with. Steaks. Can we do that? I did that. Look at that. I love it, guys. I'm telling you, I love this freaking blade.